Here's how to get ahead of 99% of people by doing less. Start by getting into the best shape of your life. And no, you don't have to get bodybuilder jacked in 3 months because it probably won't happen. Just become a little better than you were yesterday. So by doing the opposite of what most average guys do, you're guaranteed to come out miles ahead of the game. Like imagine 10 guys and every time they worked out, they get $1. And so you have the option to either spend it or save it. A handful of guys will wait 3 to 4 days before spending that money. But most guys will spend that dollar the moment it reaches their hand, only to end up with zero. It's like living week to week, except now it's day to day. Basically, they're working out just so they can spend it. And just like in real life, most guys work out so they can eat more. And so it becomes this vicious cycle of eat more, do more, and in the history of mankind, that never ends well. But what if I said the money represented your progress with getting into the best shape of your life? And so if you had more money than you did last year, then that makes you better than you were and vice versa. And so if you're better than you were, then technically you're in the best shape of your life. And so with money, there's no limit to how much you can have. So with the previous example, this means your capacity to continue improving is unlimited. Unlimited money, unlimited gains. And this concept can be applied to whatever it is you want to improve on and or master, whether it's your relationship, social skills, and hobbies, etc. So again, in order to get ahead of most guys in at least the next 6 to 12 months, just do the opposite. Because doing what most guys do is like going to college to study accounting, because that's what all your friends are doing. Yet you've always wanted to find your passion, open a cafe or learn to code. But you persist and you end up in debt and also with a job you hate. And so you fall into the same trap most average guys fall into. They get far too comfortable getting paid a decent salary, even though that job doesn't feed your true purpose in life. But it only hits you a decade or two later. And really, you're not getting ahead of anyone. Because by doing what everyone else is doing, you risk never achieving your own unique goals, only to be depressed and blend in with everyone else. But imagine going all in on getting into the best shape of your life over the next 6 months. Say you start with a 40-pound bench press and it feels difficult. You barely manage 3 reps. You feel weak, but every day you wake up determined to improve and you face the man in the mirror every single day. 6 months later, you manage 120 pounds for 5 reps. So you've now gone from a 40-pound bench for 3 to now a 120-pound bench for 5. Realistic or not, you've tripled your starting weight. Better yet, you're stronger than you were. More energy, more confidence, you're much leaner. Me, you're in the best shape of your life. The crazy thing is, 6 months ago you felt depressed, anxious, low energy. I mean, think about how many guys you know have told you they want to join a gym, build muscle, and get a six-pack. And then how many have actually achieved it? Personally, I can't think of anyone, or maybe I just don't have any friends. You see, there's so much room for you to get ahead of the game, because everyone wants to do what's easy. People wait around for the next pay rise, only to get comfortable again. But you see, to get ahead of most guys is one thing, but to stay ahead is another game in itself. One way to do this is, and it's not easy, is to stick in your own lane. Because the toughest part is waking up every day and simply doing the work. The next toughest part is deciding who stays and who goes. Because if you allow the wrong person into your circle, or you struggle to tell John that you can't hang out with him every week because you don't want to go drinking, and then now you have goals you want to achieve. If you can't tell John you want to actually do something with your life, then your trajectory changes. You start going in a different direction, and it may not be the direction you want to go. And if you keep going in that direction for far too long, that's on you. And you don't even have to make drastic changes. You can simply inch away. Instead of drinking every week, try every 2 weeks, then every 3, then 4, until John realizes you don't want to be average like him. And that's a common trait amongst average men, the inability to say no. And that's not me being a pessimist. Let me explain. If you already work on yourself, then you agree. But for those that don't, I really hope this gives you a spark to better yourself and go for what you really want in life, like really go for it. But the funny thing is, no one is born weak-minded, because chances are you were just like Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk as a baby, eager to stand, walk, and run as soon as you could. You'd stand up, only to fall, and you persisted. You'd get up and try again, and you'd laugh and smile every time you managed to get up and take a few steps. But you also cried every time you fell. And eventually you got there because you were encouraged by those around you. You were told to keep trying. So you see, who you choose to surround yourself with matters, even if it's just you and or your hyper supportive partner. Even the YouTubers you watch matter. Those are part of your environment. They shape how you think, what you do, and they probably dictate whether you succeed or fail in life. So because you're watching this, I'm going to show you exactly how to get ahead of 99% of people and stay ahead in the next 6 to 12 months and beyond. Starting by working on yourself and getting into the best physical and mental shape. There's this thing called monk mode, and it's recently been trending. Big YouTubers like Iman, Dan Ko, and a few others talk about this. But we're not going to apply this entirely, although it does overlap with what I'm about to share. Instead, I think for guys like us, this is a far more effective way to go about it. It's called the 20-20-20 rule, something I got from the book 5 AM Club. And it's where the first hour upon waking is what sets you up for a far more productive day. And so the first 20 minutes you work out, lifting heavy weights, building muscle and strength, releasing dopamine and serotonin, which makes you feel happy and motivated. The next 20 minutes is meant to be a time for reflection, but instead, I prefer to meditate. I'll sit there in complete silence, and I'm doing this at around 6 AM by the way. I wake up around 5:30 most days, and all I can hear are the birds chirping. I can feel my heart beating, my chest rising and falling, and it's extremely calming. And the last 20 minutes is where you'll learn by listening to a podcast, reading, or watching a video about the thing you want to know more about. Typically, I'll read or listen to a book summary. Sometimes I'll watch a video tutorial on how to edit videos better, or perhaps how to tell a better story, because it's all got to do with influence and leadership. And every day I'm building the skills, the mindset, my self-value, my health, while practicing the habit of consistency. All of these things are what I believe has put me ahead of 99% of guys, and also get me closer to my ultimate goal. And that's to inspire guys like you, driven guys, to go for your biggest goals and dreams by getting ahead of the game, doing less, because it doesn't need to be hard. And if you want the exact copy of my current workout program that I go through every morning, building muscle and strength in under 30 minutes a day, 4 days a week, click the link below. You'll also find 11 minimalist ways to maximize gains while saving time. That's it from me. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. Have an amazing day. Bye.